Hey guys, and welcome back to the On the Map Challenge here on Westby, Wisconsin. There has been a lot going on off camera that you guys have not seen. I tried to record a whole nother video and the audio was messed up, so yeah, so since the last time I seen you guys, there's been a lot of changes here on the farm. I'll go ahead and show you some. So, as you can see, we got our neighbor came in and got the beans planted for us on our bean fields because we're doing 81 through 84 as beans. So then we have 85, and this small patch down here is oats, since we can't do our winter wheat this year since we started in spring and we need to have some straw. So then it ended up we're going to put corn over here in 68, 67 and this strip down here. And since the last time I seen you guys, we've had a few equipment changes. Not on purpose, but because the mods are giving us a little bit too much grief. So we got a new pickup here that is close to what we have in real life. It's just a slightly newer Ford than what we have in real life, but it's still an extended cab long bed. And yep. So a few other things that have went on is we had to get rid of the 1155 Massey and go for this 2745 Massey because I swapped the 1155 onto the mower at the beginning of the last episode, or really before I started recording last episode, and it was not wanting to actually turn the mower correctly. It was wanting to keep it straight all the way back and basically just turn the front tires and try to turn that way, which was not going to work out very well. So the next change here we have is I did manage to find a LS160 New Holland skid steer mod that actually better fits our real life skid steer that we have. We also had to get rid of the McCormick because the mud shaders on it, essentially whenever you'd be using the tractor and you get covered in mud, it would end up just turning the whole entire tractor green. So there was some shaders messed up, so I just went with the equivalent, this MX100 here. So we didn't really gain any horsepower with it. We also didn't really lose any horsepower with it. It's the same way with this Massey swap. I went with the one with the same horsepower as the 1155 just to keep things fair and honest. I have not been able to find a single axle S1800 that actually works. I had one downloaded, and I don't know, since I had the tandem axle S1800 downloaded, that if it was colliding with it and making it upgrade to the dual twin axle or what. And I would like to give a shout out to IH Dan for recommending on the last video to check out JCL mods for a American style 1460. This one actually fits closer to what we have in real life for the setup. Flaps on the back. Go ahead and climb inside here for it and show you guys. We also don't have all the excess monitors like we did in the old one. We also picked up ourselves a New Holland small square baler and a couple of bale wagons, so we have that operation going on now that matches our real life operation going on. So yeah, I'll catch up with you guys here in a minute. We're going to go ted some hay, so let's finish up a little bit here at first cut, and then we're going to need to get the corn planter going here in a few minutes, so I'll catch up with you guys here. Alright guys, so guys, going to go ahead and start getting corn planting done here so we can try to keep ahead of schedule and try to get some corn in the ground here before it rains. So we're going to go off and get our tedding done real quick because we got a lot of hay cut in the last episode, but the last episode that did not get to air. So we got this field here cut. We did not get a chance to get this field in between here cut though. But we also got this field here cut, and I was in the process of starting to ted it whenever I figured I should check the audio, and now we're into recording, and yeah. So we'll go ahead and get this field here tedded on camera, so hopefully we can get the small square bale out, get this field small square baled, and I think for the other field that we have cut right now, I think we're going to go ahead and roll that into round bales. So go ahead here and get this all started up. So, sorry it also took so long to get this video recorded and out. It's been a busy week at work. I tried to get the other video recorded on Monday and had the audio issues with it, and since then I have not had a chance to go ahead and record another video to post it. I mean, if you guys would be interested, I can go ahead and just time-lapse the video and possibly talk over it, or just put some subtitles in and post that video if you guys would like. But I've been thinking about trying a few different things on this save to help with our production here. I think what we're going to do possibly towards the end of this year is we might buy a pull behind silage chopper and chop a couple cuttings of grass to turn into silage, because I think what we might do is swap from raising beef cattle starting next year into doing dairy cows, or I might just wait till our next in-game year to get the silage chopper after we get corn off and beans off this year. This way we constantly have at least some income throughout the year. I also went ahead and installed the enhanced loan systems mod on this save, just so our loan, for whenever we decide to take a loan out, it makes a little bit more sense in terms of repaying the loan, and it makes it so we constantly have to have at least some influx of money. I think it should help keep things a little bit interesting then if we switch over to doing dairy cows rather than beef cows. But I think if we decide to do that, I think we're going to swap out barns. Possibly. Not saying anything bad won't happen to the barn, but really what we're going to do here is go back to the farm, get the tedder unhooked here off the 30-20 and get the rake hooked up to it. I think we'll go out and check and see how Dad's doing planting corn, see if he needs any seed or anything. So it didn't awfully take too long to get this field tedded. Hopefully we can get it raked and baled possibly before the rain hits us. Oh, it looks like Dad's going to need refilled on seed. So I'll get back to the farm, or at least just park the 30-20 for now, go ahead and get a pallet of seed loaded up in the bed of the F-250 there and get it taken out to him real quick. Tailgate drop down, get skid steer here, get pallet forks on her. Come in here. So we did have some soybean seed left from when the neighbor came and planted our beans, so we will have a little bit of seed left for next year. It wanna, oh. Go ahead and get this pallet here loaded up in the bed of the F-250 here. Should hopefully be enough to refill the planter. Go ahead and get the skid steer shut off real quick and head out the field and get him refilled. Guys, pulling up the field here and go ahead and try to stay out the freshly planted field a little bit and get Dad refilled real fast. Alright guys, got Dad refilled and he's going to go ahead and take off, and believe we'll go ahead and go back, get the 30-20 hooked up to the rake, and hopefully get some baling done. Alright guys, pulling back up here to the farm. Go ahead and get truck shut off and go over here and get the 30-20 backed up to get the tedder unhooked real quick. Backed up here, drop her down, tedder unhooked, come over here and get the old reliable roller bar rake hooked up and go ahead and get out and get some raking done real fast. Alright guys, so we got back out here to the field, got the small square baler hooked up, so going to go ahead and hopefully get this field baled before the rain gets here. Didn't realize how fast they would let us go with the small square baler and a 30-20 on this hillside. So make sure we got our bales going in the wagon. Yep. Best if we can do this here in the driver's seat. Make sure we're hitting the wagon still. Should be pretty easy for us to stay on the road here. So we started out with 56 bales that we got off of the other field off camera, and we'll see how many bales this field here produces for us. So this field also did have an extra day to grow compared to the previous field. Looks like we might be running out of horsepower here and slipping on this hill a little bit with the 30-20. Might have to end up switching to the old 42-30 here to get us up this hill. Yep guys, looks like we're going to switch to the old 42-30. Hopefully that should have enough power to get us by. So I'll be back whenever we get the 42-30 hooked up. Alright guys, so we're back with the baler with the 42-30. Going to get her hooked up here real quick. think once we get her hooked up here, alright, so like I said earlier, I think we're going to look into what the price cost would be. So, alright, let's see here. So we have this 3765 deer, but it also doesn't have where we can swap the heads on it. I do not believe we have this Pottinger. Here we go. So we got a 3950 deer that we could use and swap heads on, which is what we had in real life. We had a 3950, but we also had one of these as well. Better issue with this one is we don't have a tractor with 180 horse, so we're looking at about 11,000 for the chopper. And then we'll go over here to our pickup heads. And we'll look about another 2,500 for the pickup head. And let's see what we got for wagons here. We can get ourselves a Badger for 4,000, so we're up to about 20 to 25,000 for running a pull behind chopper and wagons. Or we can come down here, bale wrappers, or we're sitting at 30,000 for the bale wrapper for the inline. Versus we could get just a pull behind individual wrapper for 22, but I'd rather go with the X-Tractor inline wrapper just because it makes such a nicer and neater row. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I think I want to go ahead and finish the baling up here off camera, and I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I appreciate you guys' time. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you later.